Okay, I want to do a slightly longer video on these things. I just did a little video that I was going to use as a short on these little purple things right here. They're called hairy Vetch. I have no idea if I'm saying that right, but it's spelled V-E-T-C-H. And they're like a little forage or fodder plant that I bought some cover crop mix a couple of years ago. And I guess I had some leftover seed from that, and it got mixed in whenever I did a little chaos garden here where I put like a whole bunch of little seeds together. Whatever my leftover seeds were, I just kind of mixed them in a bowl and spread them all across this little flower bed right here. I have to keep this over it or else the chickens get in here and scratch it up, which is fine. But I'm trying to keep this. Got some dill mixed in there. I think that's a cosmos growing there. Got some nasturtiums. Glad we got some nasturtiums this year. Got a blueberry plant. Looks like it's doing okay. And some raspberries. Doing pretty good. The rest of it was just kind of put a bunch of seeds together and sprinkle. I think I put this in like before the first or the last frost of the year. It's like the end of April right now. And probably in February, March. I think in February we got like our last frost. And just kind of sprinkled them in the ground. And everything's kind of coming up pretty good. But these little things right here are pretty sturdy and will take over your garden if you let it. Like I said, I got them as like a cover crop one year. That's basically what they're used, or what I wanted to use them for, was to kind of cover a little patch of ground. And they're supposed to be like good for the soil, nitrogen, that sort of thing. You can feed them to your chickens or cows or whatever livestock you got going on. It is a, well, right now I want to call it a snack crop. Fodder, feed, coverage, that sort of thing. Well, that's what I got them for. And they make these little peas. I don't know if you could see that. A little pea situation in there after the flowers die off. So that's pretty cool. And I pick them and feed them to the chickens because it's kind of also like a little feed crop, a cover crop. But as you can see, they will take over things if you let them. But they're pretty easy to either pull up or trim and get a bushel of them. We've got some rabbits. The rabbits like to eat them. Chickens like to eat them. But I don't know. I guess this is the plant of the day. Hairy Vetch. You find it in a lot of cover crop mixes. And they're good for the soil. And I guess if you had like a bigger field, you would plant this kind of like in the off season. And then either till it up back into the soil or harvest it as a feed crop. But it's supposed to be really good for the soil. They're pretty sturdy. They do pretty good here in Southwest Louisiana. Pretty little purple flower. And the chickens and the rabbits. Oh, we could probably eat it too. But it's a good feed crop. And something pretty to grow. Oh, I like them. All right. Talk to y'all about plants later. Bye.